All right, thanks, Greg. We told you at the top of the hour, Anthony Weiner reportedly now thinking about resigning after all. This, as more photos are leaked out and pressure from his peers in his own party grow.
It seems to me extraordinarily difficult that he can proceed to represent his constituents in an effective way, given the circumstances this bizarre behavior has led.
You think he should resign?
I think that certainly he's got to consider that option. I don't see how he can proceed and effectively represent his constituency.
Is Weiner a distraction to the entire Democratic Party or just an embarrassment? Our Washington insiders are here to debate it. We're privileged to have with us former Senator Norm Coleman from Minnesota and Robert Weiner, a Democratic strategist. Welcome to both of you guys. First off, Robert, how much has he already hurt the party, Robert?
Well, there's been some hurt, but when you have the chair of the Republican Party saying that he's taking too long, and Cantor not mentioning any of the Republicans, Vitter, Craig, Ensign, Gingrich, McCain, who cheated on his first wife with a car crash paralyzing her, and they didn't resign, and they were dragged to the bitter end. There's enormous hypocrisy on the part of the Republicans. Anthony Weiner is a sick boy. He's going for health care. That's how it should be treated, and it should be up to his constituents.
Yeah, Senator, do you think Republicans should be bringing up John McCain coming back from war and things like this? I mean, is that really the issue here?
Anthony, listen, as a Republican, I'd like to see this Weiner boil in hot water a little longer. This is not a Republican problem. But as an American, I'd like to see him go away. And in part because this country has real problems. You know, $14.3 trillion in debt, and we're going to max out the government credit cards soon, and what are we going to do about it? Politico has a story today saying Dems worry Weiner thwarts the agenda. The bottom is he's thwarting the focus on the real problems that we have in this country. And ultimately, it's a Democrat problem. I have no doubt, though, that he will soon go.
And the weird thing is, though, Senator, as well as Robert, a lot of these guys are just waiting it out. Senator Larry Craig waited it out throughout his term.
That's right.
Charlie Rangel also. Hey, you can say what you want. I'm gonna wait it out. So do you think Weiner's going to do the same?
No, I think you got you got three things here that are a little bit different. One, you have the time, which is what's happening in this country today and the deep crisis we're in. Two, you have the technology that he used. We haven't heard all of it yet. It's still going to be coming out. This is not a one incident. This is not a one time. You're going to hear more and more and more. And so ultimately the time, the technology, and the bottom line is that this guy also then stood in front of folks and he lied. You got a moral problem, an ethical problem, and if Americans believe this is the standard that's acceptable to members of Congress, then all of America is in trouble.
Robert, right now Congress has a 16% approval rating. It has a lot to do with this.
You're absolutely right, and Senator Coleman is right that the real problems are the issue. But the real problems and the real scandal are the liars who told us that WMDs were in Iraq and cost us $3 trillion of those wars.
Good point.
And also that seniors will be happy with cuts in Medicare and Social Security.
Right.
And the tax cuts. 10 years of no jobs because of a tax cuts policy.
Right.
Those are the scandals we should be talking about.
Right.
And those are the ones that really can make a difference. And the liars on those are the ones that should be purged.
Senator, where do you start with that statement?
Well, bottom line is where we agree. This Mr. Wynn, I agree that America has real problems. We've got to deal with the debt limit and not simply extend the government credit card with that in preconditions. But the other bottom line is that America needs to have confidence that the members of Congress have more than minimal, have moral and ethical standards. This guy doesn't have it. And again, Brian, I got to tell you, we haven't seen all of it yet. It's still going to come out.
I know.
Let's get off this story and
sadly, I
focus on
thought the
some real issues.
17-year-old on Friday would be it, but little did we know we had locker room shots over the weekend to bring us up. Finally, let's end with this. Bill O'Reilly ended Friday's show by saying Tim Pawlenty may be a great guy, but he's too vanilla. You're also from Minnesota, Senator. Is Tim Pawlenty, the former governor there, too vanilla?
I love Tim's response. O'Reilly shouldn't play the race card. Bottom line is, it's not about whether you're a comedian, whether you're good with a teleprompter. It's can you deal with America's problems? Pawlenty can do that. Vanilla may be a flavor that America might want to be enjoying in the next presidential election.
You look at that debate that's going to happen tonight. Every one of those Republican candidates is going to say tax cuts, the failed policy that created no jobs and cost us $4 trillion. That's why we're in deficit.
Brian, we're going to love to debate the economy in 2012. Trust me, we're going to love to debate that, and Pawlenty will do a heck of a job.
Game on. I'll tell you one thing I can guarantee. They're all going to go after Romney. They always seem to, especially now that he's a front runner. Senator
Let's go after
Coleman,
their policies.
Right. Robert Weiner, good job. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, next on the rundown, the secret to